There's one who's really interesting, who's this monster. She's terrifying.
I never expected these women to be as technical and as badass as they have been.
You could be the face of women's MMA. You're on that path. It's there.
Mixed martial arts is more than the fight itself. It's an art form as beautiful and graceful as a dance. Training mind, body, and spirit to work as one.
Oh! Dakota Ditcheva with the finish!
But MMA is also visceral.
Another one!
Bringing out something ancient and primal within us.
Dakota right hand and a hammer fist!
Learning to master the dance and tame the beast is what makes a complete fighter.
Yeah, they're looking out of her element here. She's hurt to the body, that's it.
People look at me on the street and don't see me as dangerous. But when I'm in the cage, that's all they see. But the truth is, I'm always a little bit dangerous. Winning the PFL Europe Championship was a big moment for me for sure, but I don't know whether I sunk it in enough.
Dakota Ditcheva, European champion.
I think straight away, as soon as I won it, I knew that I wanted to do this global season next.
She feels like she's ready to prove herself at the highest level.
We're here now, on our way, but the journey's not over and I'm ready to keep pushing on.
Nasty combination. Big knee, she's in trouble. That's the end.
My next opponent, Chelsea Hackett, she called me out last year, so I feel like, you know, she's got what she's wanted now, and it's given me that little bit of a push to really do well in this fight.
She's brilliant. She'd do well just boxing. Really, really amazing athlete.
They literally want to come in and take everything I have, and that's how I have to approach every single fight. I have to protect every single ounce of my career, my life. She's no walkover, but I don't think she's on my level. I'm going to show that.
This all started when a confident submission specialist decided to downplay Dakota's skills, calling her one-dimensional and predicting an easy night.
Exchanging leg kicks. And I'm excited to see this striking exchange between the two.
That comment lit the fuse. Anyone who had followed Dakota knew she wasn't the type to shrug off disrespect.
This time, Dakota turns early. Tie plum clinch. Oh, that's a big knee. Oh! And Dakota turning up the aggression.
It was set. An amateur women's flyweight title fight, the bright lights overhead, and both corners brimming with intensity. Dakota stepped into the red corner, composed but dangerous, while her opponent strutted in with the swagger of someone who thought the fight was already won. What's up, fight fans? Welcome back to MMA All Out. Today we're diving into one of the most underrated but unforgettable stories in women's MMA. A rivalry filled with trash talk, brutal exchanges, and a head kick that's still getting replayed years later. From the opening bell, Dakota wasted no time showing her trademark Taekwondo style. A side kick cracked the air, followed by a spinning heel kick that had the crowd buzzing. But this wasn't going to be a walkover. The blonde bombshell across from her answered back immediately with a stiff right hand down the middle, a knee to the body, and clean boxing combinations. I'd seen Dakota fight before on the European circuit, and trust me, she thrives in moments where people doubt her. That night, she wasn't just fighting for a belt, she was fighting to prove a point. Unlike her rivals, Dakota didn't need to run her mouth before a fight. She carried herself with a quiet but unshakable confidence. When she said, "Get me some ice, bro," in her corner after a brutal exchange, it showed her toughness. And then came the turning point. Dakota, also known as Ditcheva Dangerous in her Muay Thai days, found her rhythm. Years of striking experience started to shine through. Her hands were crisp, her knees thunderous, and her composure unbreakable. Standing across from her that night in the UKFC cage was none other than Shauna "Mama B" Bannon, nicknamed the Irish Storm Goddess. Bannon wasn't just hype, she was a proven force, an amateur standout who had already crushed Chanel Dyer, submitted Pooja Tomar, and bullied opponents with suffocating top control. By the time she faced Dakota, she was riding the kind of momentum that made many believe she'd steamroll a fighter in only her second professional MMA outing. But assumptions in this sport are dangerous. UKFC title clash. On February 29, 2020, the stage was set in England for the UKFC Flyweight title. The crowd was buzzing, sensing they were about to witness a future classic. Dakota strutted to the cage, blew a kiss to the crowd, and locked eyes with Bannon. The opening rounds were evenly matched, big shots traded, leg kicks chopping, and clinch work keeping both fighters honest. Bannon tried to drag it into her world, hunting for takedowns and top pressure, but Dakota's strength and balance shut her down. By round 2, Dakota switched gears, ripping low kicks, muscling her opponent in grappling exchanges, and landing ground and pound whenever she got a chance. Bannon fired back with her karate-style kicks, but Dakota stayed in her face, landing knees and hooks that broke her rhythm. The final round brought the exclamation mark. Dakota landed crushing knees that nearly ended the fight right there. When the horn sounded, there was no doubt. Dakota had dominated. She was crowned UKFC Flyweight Champion, celebrating with her mother and the roaring fans. Legacy. That night kicked off a legendary run. Dakota went on a 10-fight win streak, taking out UFC-level opposition, and became the first British woman to win a World MMA title. She's now recognized as one of the best female fighters in the world. Shauna Bannon, for her part, kept evolving. She's since carved out a UFC record of 2 wins and 1 loss, proving she's still a serious threat with plenty of room to grow. Before that UKFC clash, Dakota had already shown her grit against Levi Steedman in Manchester. Despite getting slammed and tested on the ground, Dakota's striking and pressure carried her to a unanimous decision. It was a fight that proved she could dig deep and come out on top, even against tough wrestlers. As she transitioned into her pro career, she destroyed her first 5 opponents before signing with the PFL. When asked before one fight what she'd been up to, she coolly said, "I've not really been doing anything this afternoon. Just went to get my hair done, and that is it. I've been chilling out and I'm ready to go." That calm, that confidence, that's Dakota. So here's the question for all of you. If Dakota and Shauna Bannon ran it back today, would it end the same way? Or would Mama B find a way to flip the script? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to smash the like button, hit subscribe, and stay locked in with MMA All Out, your home for everything fight game.